Greetings everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z. This time around we're going to be covering up a game between a very popular human player. He is known as Todd in this game. He will be spawning up on the top right as the blue human. He will be going up against, I'm not really sure if I can pronounce this name properly. I believe you can say dnonadonishke. Just going to refer to him as the teal undead. Alright, teal undead versus blue human on Secret Valley. Alright, as the match begins, and the undead player seems to be going for the DK first build order. Will probably be pushing towards the enemy base for the harassment right off the bat, and we see a external farm being built there by Todd towards the outer end of the base, obviously for some scouting, for some very valuable information. Undead DK will be lurking around this camp very soon. Here comes a scout acolyte, which will probably get picked off, I guess, once this hero is out, and the militiamen are heading right towards it. You didn't really want to waste too much of your time behind that one, as it will be delaying your leveling up, as the DK is marching towards the enemy base with that shadow of necromancy, and the creeping has begun for the human player, going pretty smooth, pretty smooth so far. DK will not be able to interfere too soon in this case. Okay, it seems like DK killed off a critter on the way there, and converted them into skeleton warriors. He was pretty far away. Normally Undead players tend to do it with the closest possible corpse. Normally they do it with the corpse of the creeps itself. So yeah, human player nicely using those militiamen to pick off those skeleton warriors, and one nice little coil there casted by the Undead player to kill that peasant. Now the Undead player is just gonna play a bit carefully, just gonna do some hit and run, some harassment, while the human player tries to go for this green camp. He is pretty successful in doing it, is able to chase off the Undead player, and Undead player so far has not been able to do any very significant kind of harassment, except for that one peasant kill. And we see a number of ghouls over here. Seems like he didn't even go for a graveyard. He's not going for the crypt fiends, he's going for ghouls. Right, let's see how this game turns out. Okay, Todd seems to be going for an expansion over here, and the Undead player will be getting right behind him, and oh my, human player is going to be surprised by this one. He is going to be facing ghouls over here. This is absolutely why we did not see a fiend coming into the play, because usually by the time the Undead player is harassing, nice jack there by the DK. Usually when the Undead player is harassing the enemy player, you see one or two creep fiend popping up right behind that harassment and converting that harassment into a sort of an assault. And human player doing a pretty good job so far. He did lose a few peasants in this attack, but he also managed to kill a number of those ghouls, managing to get his hero to level 3. He will be spawning those level 2 water elemental, and they are going to be crucial. Getting a rings of protection +3, not the base item, but will probably help him out early on in the game. Undead player now kind of forced to run back towards that healing fountain. He's gonna stay in there and try to heal himself. And oh my, human player, that is great. Human player attacked and agitated the creeps. They were in sleep because of the nighttime. He agitated them and forced the Undead player to get the hell out of there. He did kill off one of the creeps and got himself a class of attack +6. Pretty good item. Pretty good item for the DK. And the expansion is underway for the human player. Surprisingly, not building the building the tower, that is, and going for the power build over the town hall itself. We don't see too much too special stuff at the base over there. We don't see a complete wall off, something that most human players normally tend to go for. It's a pretty open base, and it's very vulnerable for any kind of attacks, especially by an undead player. Once you reach tier 2, you can do so much damage. Undead player now going for tier 2. He got the graveyard, and will be getting the slaughterhouse sooner than later. And well, yeah, human player now going after that ghoul. Ghoul will maybe or maybe not. There goes the coil and saves that ghoul. Ghoul will live to fight another day. Well, the purpose is solved for the human player rather, because the expansion is up. The towers are almost up as well. That's pretty good for the human player. And now the human player gonna pull in his footmen. Oh my god, he has so many footmen. I believe that is 7. Yep, he's got 7 footmen. You don't usually go for that many. I guess 5 is kind of like the limit. 6 is over limit, and I do believe I heard one more. Yeah, he is concentrating on a tier 1 heavy army. Although he does know that the Undead player should be at tier 2 by now. I mean, he'll be getting those flyers sooner than later. Even if he does not go for destroyers later on, he may be even going for gargoyles, since we did see the Undead player go for ghouls. I guess he scouted out the base and kind of found out whatever the hell was going on over there during that time. You do see a lot of units scattered around, some here, some there. And now human player is just gonna creep out the Undead player's natural green camp over there. Gonna pick up that Tome of Strength, and Lich is there. With the Lich, the Undead player can deal a lot of damage. We do have an Obsidian statue as well, along with the Obsidian statue healing them, and also rejuvenating the mana. They can do some really great amount of damage. Right now, human player is pushing the pressure up, not coming inside the base too much at this point. And here comes the ghouls. These ghouls were out of the battle for a very long time so far, and human player forced to retreat back. And I guess that time was worth it, because during this time he built massive number of towers. And yeah, this is exactly what a human player must do. Towers must tower. Yeah. So human player still lurking outside the Undead player's base. At this point, he should back out. Undead player can easily kill off these footmen with the coil nova combination. And okay, we see a panda being picked up there. You see a panda being picked up there by the human player. Panda is the best option at this point for the human player. It can get surrounded, coil nova, but still, with that breath of fire, it can deal so much damage. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Panda is gonna be dead very soon. Yep, there it goes. Human player will be reviving it. And well, he just reached the keep. He has so many towers at this point. Undead player will not be able to do too much damage with these many towers in place, especially those arcane towers placed around. They can just kite down your mana. Each hit also drains out the mana, and that is really great. Alright, human player going outside the base was kind of playing suicide over there. Alright, now we got the panda. Panda is back, coming into the human player the expansion. And the Undead player going for some creeping of his own. He's gonna creep out this orange camp, the fountain camp, and get a few items, nice little items. And DK hitting level 3. Alright, now we're gonna see a level 3 DK in action. A level 2 coil can really prove instrumental over here. Human player is being jacked over here, really badly jacked, and we just saw an abolish magic being used there by the destroyer. Magic that sucks in mana. It basically sucks in the mana. It kills those elementals and basically converts them into mana for the destroyers. Destroyers lose mana every second, and he's building a barracks, and a castle is coming, and a blacksmith, and I guess we know what's coming. We definitely know that this guy will probably go for knights and maybe riflemen. Knights and riflemen would be a good combination for the human player. And my god, the number of these towers, there's so many of them. And I believe that was Orb of Annihilation coming into play by the destroyers, doing some nice damage over there. And human player TP'd back to the base, but at this point, I guess human player just lost the Archmage as well. At this point, I was about to say that the MK would have proved to be a better hero, if you ask me. He managed to kill the ghouls, but MK is so key in many games for the human player. The Stormbolt, the Bash, and all. He's a freaking tank. He can do so much. And right now, the Undead player is basically, his whole army composition is destroyers at this point, and he is pumping them out using 2 slaughterhouses. He's also basically sucking up all the mana and using that Orb of Annihilation while attacking, and they're gonna destroy these external farms which are built outside the base, mainly for the vision sight purpose. Human player is retraining his Archmage Vag, and he's also getting a Paladin. Alright, that's a pretty strange hero combination. Archmage, Panda, Paladin. Replacing the MK with the Panda, basically. So let's see how this combination works out, though. Human player is under tremendous pressure as the Coil Nova combination. Undead player is wrecking. He is wrecking the human player right now. And Khan needs to do something. He needs to do something very soon. These destroyers are not going to kill themselves, you know. And those guard towers aren't doing their job as they are supposed to, if you ask me, because they are dying so fast to the magic attack of these destroyers. And did I hear? Yep, I was right. I was absolutely right. We see workshops. There aren't workshops. Yeah, they are workshops. I remember my WarCraft, or of course I do. He just trained. He just built 2 workshops at his expansion. I'm not sure whether the Undead player is aware about this or not. And forcing a TP, nice. Forced a TP. That was pretty insane. DK was out of mana. There was no way to heal the Lich, and the Lich TP'd back the whole army basically. And now because of that, the human player is going to have some time in his hand to rebuild his army and basically rebuild these weapons of mass aerial destruction. There's the Paladin. Human player now going for some creeping of his own, nicely luring out those units, and I guess he's gonna give most of the experience to the Panda. I believe he's gonna try and keep the Archmage out of this, and just gonna use it to get these creeps to lower hit points, and will probably run away with them when he has enough. And there comes the Paladin, and he is right below those destroyers. Destroyers can wreck him apart, and he definitely did not go for the Divine Shield. And Undead player playing some nice micro game over there, used that single goal to block it, and it was level 2 Unholy Aura and the Ghoul. That combination proved brutal at this point. Human player still going for creeping. Seems like I don't know what's he up to exactly, but right now he definitely does need to back out, get back to the base. Undead player has no fiends. He has no fiends, and I mean these things are gonna prove brutal. And when they are done killing off these destroyers, because they are definitely going to kill off the destroyers. These many flying machines will definitely kill the destroyers. And if they're managing to destroy the altar of kings, the human player will have to rely on the tavern to get his hero. Okay, he actually built the altar of kings at the expansion. I guess human player is converting his expansion into his main kinda. And he also had a staff of sanctuary, pretty nice. We have seen this in the last few games, and now we know that this spell can actually help it out. And okay, that was a last ditch effort there by the panda to save itself from the onslaught, but despite of all the effort, it did die. And okay, Undead player picked off a panda of his own. I did not see this one coming. Alright, the paladin is back, and the panda is also being trained back. Human player has reached low upkeep, and Undead player did come into the human player's base. And okay, the gyrocopters don't have the bomb upgrade yet. I'm not sure whether he will be going for it. Okay, he is indeed going for the flying machine bomb upgrade, and they're gonna wreck that ghoul. Poor ghoul is running away, and oh my, just look at the number of these things. And yeah, this is something I hate about the flying. They're basically, the unit padding is so bad that I don't think there is any kind of unit mass over there. You know, the kind of blocking that you can see over here. The knight isn't in front of the archmage. Unless and until the knight moves, the archmage will get stuck or will have to go from the side. But that's not in the case with these alien units. This is one thing that I do dislike about this game. And there they go. They are going to go a bit. They'll go like this. But while they're running, basically while they're flying, while they're moving, if you had to turn it correct, they can get all scattered together. We did see like what, 20 to 25 gyrocopters right in one little circle all together. And Todd, this is Todd's basic trademark actually, flying machines. He builds flying. I have seen him using flying machines in so many games. He would use at least one of them, but he would definitely use them. And right now he's going for more creeping. Don't really know what's he up to. And Undead player will probably come to know about this one sooner than later. He is at 60 food, and apart from his 3 heroes, most of that 60 food is consisting of these 2 flocks of gyrocopters / flying machines, whatever the hell you want to call it. Gyrocopters was the original name, and then they changed it back to flying machine. Flying machine being the original name. These units were there. Well, basically a unit like this actually was there in WarCraft 2, and that unit was called flying machine. And here they come, and Undead player also had a panda, didn't he? The panda is going to be helping the. Oh my, panda can actually pick these things apart. And here they come. With that flake cannon upgrade, they are going to do massive damage over these destroyers. The destroyers are gonna die one by one, and at this point, you can't actually micro at this point. I mean, with those units in the air, and at the same time you're trying to micro something below, it's very difficult. And right now, Undead player falling behind, trying to retreat. Human player is still on his tail. We see the breath of flame coming into play, and okay, even we also trained a few knights over there, and he's gonna back out a bit. He did not lose all of the flying machines. He's gonna back out a bit with them, and probably may just try to repair them. And okay, he's going for the assault over the under construction expansion of the Undead player, and the gold mine is running low, surprisingly. Coleman running low for the expansion. He did not. He was not basically able to mine his main all that well. Okay, at this point, Undead player is running back to his expansion, and he's gonna try and attack those destroyers. Destroyers sustaining heavy damage there, and now these things are forced to run back. The whole healing fountain isn't gonna do any good for him. Good for these flying units because they are mechanical. They're gonna have to run back. They're gonna have to use those peasants, repair them, if that is what the human player wants. I mean, repairing these would may also be a costly effort. I'm not sure. Would it be more beneficial to make a new one? I'm not sure about that. But okay, we see a flying machine back to the base, and flying machine is healing. That's not supposed to happen. Good lord. Flying machine was being healed by the staff of sanctuary being used over it to the to teleport it back to the base. And okay, here comes Todd. Todd with those flying machines. He's gonna go after that panda, and both armies attacking one another. The main composition for the Underclear's army is still being destroyers and obsidian statues, which are potential destroyers. There goes the breath of fire, and the obsidian statues are sustaining heavy damage. There goes down one of them, and human player has to be careful. Breath of fire can do some great amount of damage, and as I said before, yeah, there it goes. It is doing some great amount of damage. Human player losing a lot of those flying machines. Undead player is hightailing out, but at the same time he's also taking out a number of flying machines with him. Now the human player going for the attack over the Undead player's expansion point. Undead player back into the fray. He's gonna try and attack those flying machines, and finally getting the Crypt Fiends, which I was talking about, and getting the web upgrade for them. He's gonna try and web them. And yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. At this point, if he had a Stormbolt thing, MK, that would have been beneficial for him to try and kite the heroes. And I believe he lost nearly all of his flying machines. And the panda, what I mean to say is the paladin, not the panda, has been taken out by the Undead player. Undead player is definitely having the upper hand over here. Human player is forced to hightail out of this battle. Is that alright? That's the Django of Endurance, ancient Django of Endurance. That basically gives you your endurance aura, and a combination of endurance aura and unholy aura. I mean, that is so freaking brutal. Your speed rate is increased by I don't know how much, and the Archmage just got nuked there by the Undead player, and leave unmanner. I don't know what he's talking about, but okay, human player has sent out his units around the map. He did lose his main I mean to say expansion gold mine. He's going for some long distance mining right now. He may just want to set up an expansion over his left side at the 12 o'clock, but may not go for that. That is the second obvious choice for him. Normally players tend to expand at their enemy players distant expansion location. We have some action going on all over the map right now. Pretty hard to tell from this point as to who may take this game. The Undead player is definitely having the upper hand right now because he has the expansion. Well, he doesn't actually have the expansion haunted. He still needs to haunt the gold mine. And he does he have enough gold? It seems like he doesn't have enough gold. He's gonna unsummon a few buildings, may choose to sell off a few items like the Claws of Tag, or I don't know, maybe something if it's something that is not all that useful for him. At this point, only Claws of Tag is something that he would want to sell off. Human player is only with his panda and paladin at this point. He doesn't have his Archmage. Archmage, he definitely needs it at some point. And yep, we do hear engines coming out into play. Siege engines would have been a better option, actually, right from the start, I would say, because they are so hard to kill, and even if the army composition of the human player was like 50-50 for siege engines and gyrocopters, human player would have been in a better position right now. Level 6, I did not see level 6 on the second hero. I did see level 6 on DK, and we see death and decay being used there over the buildings of the human player. And you can see the expansion will be taken out very soon. The towers are going to go down, and the human player's base is gonna be very open for the attack. You see 3 siege engines ready. 3 siege engines are ready. He's gonna place them near the fountain. The Undead player will less likely actually go there. He would be rather more concentrating on the expansion points, as he just went for that expansion point to check whether the human player did try to go for the expansion. Human player had like what 100 gold left in his main. He does not have any expansion. He mined out everything he could from his expansion, and his main is only like what 70 gold. That's not really going to help him out all that much. A shade being trained there by the Undead player, and being killed by the human player, as the flying machines do detect invisible units. Okay, we're gonna have a militiaman fight the gold. Militiaman will die. Maybe running away with it would have been a better option. You see a number of siege engines. We see 5. There are total 5 siege engines, and he's gonna reconstruct. He's constructing a lumber mill. Why do you want to construct a lumber mill? Okay, you want to construct for this lumber? Yeah, I guess so. You don't want to risk your peasants in the main, as the main is being attacked by the Undead player again, and the Undead player finally setting up this gold mine. He's gonna kill off the creeps. Yeah, creeps are also one source of income. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and even if you have to creep with your level 6 hero at times just for the extra gold and the item, you can also sell off the items. This is exactly why I really love this game. You have so many dimensions that you can play with in this. At this point, that when you have 0 gold basically, and okay, I think I should save my praises for another time, as human player is going for an all-out assault on the Undead base using the siege engines. The Undead player was near there. He was near there, and I believe the human player tried to go for an harassment over there and pulled the Undead player towards his expansion. Gold mine has collapsed for the human player. The main gold mine is also dead, and the human player at this point just stalling time, just pulling the Undead player away from his base, and he's gonna go after the main. He's gonna go after the Black Citadel. He's gonna attack with the siege engines. He still has some more, I believe, at the back of his base somewhere. He's sending in them, and the Undead player now only coming for the save. He's gonna try and attack them, and these siege engines are very difficult to destroy because of the fortified armor, and they do great amount of damage against buildings. The Undead player will probably be able to take out the human player, or rather will probably be able to take out this main base of the Undead player. The siege engines all of them may die during this onslaught, but he will be able to take the main out. And okay, human player now losing the panda. He went for an assault with his other left out units over the expansion of the Undead player. Human player has no gold income. The Undead player, despite of losing his main, still has the gold flowing in. And as long as he has the gold, he is going to be in a better position. And oh my, I did not see this one. I did not see this one coming. Undead player lost his only left necropolis, and if this even turns out to be a base trade, the human player will take this game, and this game will probably go for the human player. My god, I don't know where this game would go to. Human player now attacking all these under construction buildings of the Undead player. Undead player right after the tail of the human player. Human player try and attack the army while the siege engines do their work of destroying the buildings. And at this point, it's all about the buildings. If that last building goes down and the Undead player still has the army, it's not gonna matter because the Undead player will lose the game there and then. And Undead player trying to nuke down the Archmage. Archmage is under tremendous pressure. He's gonna run out and no, is he gonna do it? No, it survived. It survived by just 16 hit points. And my goodness, this is serious. This is very, very serious. Human player needs to get back in there. And what does he have? He has nothing. He has nothing but 2 heroes, and both of them are being haunted, being chased there by the Undead player. A paladin archmage combination, we can see it being pretty good. Use the staff of okay, it was under cooldown. We're back to his expansion point, but I guess it's too late. Where did this thing come from? No, where did the siege engine come from? Siege engine destroyed the last ziggurat, but the Undead player managed to build another. He managed to build another right on time, and okay, I'm not sure what's gonna happen. At this point, human player has nothing but 2 under construction siege engines. Okay, he actually had the goal to build them, and he's gonna scatter around his peasants and stuff. I guess he was doing some sort of long distance mining and all, revealing the Undead player. And he has the ziggurat under construction. Ziggurat will probably come up, and a sneakily, very, very sneakily sneaked in a siege engine rushing towards the Undead's base, and a peasant going in from there. We see 2 more are there, and if the human player manages to sneak them in, even if they are being attacked, oh my, nice micro there by the Undead player. It's trapped. The siege engine is trapped and will be taken out. It will be taken out, and the Undead player at this point just scattering his units around, finding everything the human player is going for. And my god, this is a great game. It'll be really interesting to see what happens. I'd root for the human player at this point. I mean, he has put in so much. Todd has done so much. If he manages to destroy that one last ziggurat, it's GG, and he wins the game. He wins without any heroes. He wins without any income at this point. And no, that does not seem like it's what's gonna happen. And Undead player will kill off that, and Todd loses. This game goes to the Undead player. Good game, well played by both players. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. That is it. That is all. Z out. Bye bye.